From the unfriendliest city on earth, this is the Shreveport Report for August 10th, 2016. Shreveport always has been, is, and may always be the unfriendliest city on earth. My claims of unfriendliness were borne out today. While it seems to be okay that everyone that passes by and the neighbors get a pass on hate speech, death threats, throwing things at me, going by and saying all kinds of vile crap, the moment I say anything, I get threatened, and numerous people show up in front of my house to threaten me. This is one of those situations where they can dish it out, but they can't take it. This is evidence that the people in this city's minds are still in the 18th century. There is clear evidence of racism and bigotry here. If you want to destroy a community, you can always bomb it, like, carpet bombing from the sky, like an air force. But the best way is to get those that are living there to kill each other. The mechanisms are very easy to spot. The mechanisms of destruction: prejudice, bigotry, crime, bad food, bad work, poor income, ignorance, superstition, and a not so recognizable quality: inequality. Low self-esteem combined with low expectations is a formula for disaster. It is no coincidence that the children in the neighborhood only hover in front of my house when I am outside. Their parents are putting them up to this and approving it. Otherwise, they would be called home. I'm prepping to mow the front yard. As soon as I showed up, the kids started hovering in front of my house. It's not coincidence. These kids live more than 75 yards up the street. The only time I see them stop in the street in front of my house is when I'm outside. You don't see me, but I'm in the yard preparing to mow the grass. Less than a week ago, a car came by this very spot at 2:30 in the afternoon at 85 miles an hour. You think these children could get out of the way of a car going that fast? No. Would you let your children play in the street where traffic is going 85 miles an hour? Ask yourself that question. Now notice how they don't get out of the street when the car passes within a foot of where they're walking. 5 minutes later, this knuckle dragger drives by. Do you think he would care if he ran those kids over? I am skeptical of what this person is doing. I don't think she's as innocent as she appears.
Yeah. I wouldn't walk down this street though. Yeah, go over 1, 2, 3. Go over 3 and go down. Or actually, go all the way to Union. There are no houses on Union. Walk down Morningside here, down to Union. It's on the corner of Union and Hollywood. But I wouldn't walk through this neighborhood if I were you. Of course, I'm not you, but this is a really creepy place, believe me. I'll leave that up to your imagination. But you don't want someone's imagination landing on you. So I would definitely not walk down this street.
I better go back home. I'm going back to Shreveport in about a month anyway. I think I can.
Yeah, the library's down here.
You said it's a cheaper place.
No, not the library, the street.
Oh.
Library's fine.
So where did we go straight down?
Yeah, see, that's Morningside right there. Go down 4 blocks to Union. It's right there on the corner.
So she walks down to the corner and then walks back, following the children around, talking to them, and never goes to the library as far as I can tell, even though she asked for directions. Here she is walking back 2 minutes later. I suspect she's some kind of private eye, one of the neighbors that's snooping. She might be a policewoman, who knows? Notice she stops and starts interviewing the children, and she's taking notes. She's actually writing things down on a piece of paper in her hand. Plus, I noticed that there was also other written text on the piece of paper, and she was reading from them to me, asking questions that are scripted. Notice again that children do not get out of the street and block the traffic. And of course, they're shiftless. They don't have anything else to do but to come down and watch me mow my lawn and say racist crap to me. And this woman is walking along with them. I've never seen her before. That's really creepy. Now that older woman, she looks like she's in her 40s or 50s, walks all the way down the street with the stupid schoolgirl and walks back. So this is the second time she's walked up and down the street. You can see me standing there looking at them in amazement at what might be going on there, why an older woman that I don't recognize is walking along with one of the kids who lives up the street. I'll assign a moniker to her. The stupid schoolgirl crosses the street just to make eye contact with me. If you look at one of the previous videos, you'll notice that she's walking by calling me pervert. She doesn't even know what that means. Obvious something her parents told her, or one of the neighbors. What do they know? Something generated by fear and mistrust. Sounds like a self-esteem problem for them. Here comes a frequent hate speech offender. He's seriously mentally ill. The kid across the street hears this and comes out and does the same thing.
You watch me, I watch you. You watch me, I watch you. You watch me, I watch you. That's what that means. You watch me, I watch you.
It would help to understand these kids, what they're saying, if they spoke English, but I don't think they're speaking English. It's some dialect that they learned from their parents or their peers off the street somewhere.
Disrespect your grandparents, don't disrespect me. They're standing there watching me.
What's wrong with it? They ain't heard nothing.
Yeah. Especially when they orbit in front of the house.
Are they hurting you?
Rhetorical question.
Well, be cared for because playing in the street is lethal.
Well, if they ain't bothering you, then
Ain't bothering me. Ain't bothering me.
Yeah, if they
It
ain't
ain't bothering me.
It don't bother them.
That means I can stand here and say whatever I want and look right back.
Sure, kids like that side and say this look over there and say
That's fine.
okay, so why you saying that?
Because I can. Because I can. I can say whatever I choose. And I'm not threatening anybody. I'm not being obscene or a pervert like she called me the other day. Okay? That she doesn't even know what pervert means. She doesn't even know what pervert means. She's not old enough. It's something her parents taught her.
Well, they'll take that other thing. If you know you're a pervert, then why is it?
Because it's dishonest. That's what I was talking about. They're being dishonest. Shreveport, the unfriendliest city on earth. Always has been, is, and may always be. The unfriendliest city on earth. Shreveport, the unfriendliest city on earth. Shreveport, the unfriendliest city on earth. Always has been, is, and may always be. The unfriendliest city on earth. Shreveport, the unfriendliest city on earth. Always has been, is, and may always be. The unfriendliest city on earth.
Notice a couple of minutes later, the kids gather in front of my driveway. They never do this unless I'm outside. And they know the basketball irritates me, yet they stand in the street and bounce the basketball. Notice the little girl laying in the street. Very peculiar. Never mind the undignified part. It's lethal behavior. Suicidal. Here we go with the stupid schoolgirl playing in the street. They never do this unless I'm outside. I'll say that again. They never do this unless I'm outside. They are being encouraged to do this by the adults. What you don't hear in the video are all of the racist language they're using. This is the stuff they're learning from their parents, the other adults in the neighborhood, and their peers. They're being groomed to be hateful racists. If this was your child or grandchild, wouldn't this behavior upset you? Again, these children don't hang out in front of my house unless I'm outside. So they're being encouraged by the adults.
do you jump? Get out! Wipe the ball!
You're so adorable!
Off, man!
You're so adorable! Such a tiny little boy.
The neighbor is encouraging the boy to bounce the basketball in front of my house. He doesn't live here. This is inappropriate behavior. And notice the little girl is still laying in the street. Very bizarre. Here we go. 10 minutes later, the boy is still bouncing the basketball in front of my driveway. So I ask him to stop. So I asked the police to come and please stop the harassment. And while I'm talking to her, the smiling gangster comes down and gives encouragement to the children. This is the guy who rides by on the mini bike and yells obscenities and racist remarks and, hate speech to me on a daily basis. So the smiling gangster goes up to the stupid schoolgirl's house and gets her brother, and he comes down and taunts me again, right in front of the police officer. She does nothing. So the police officer admonishes me for accusing him of using hate speech and racism at me. And notice the two on the bicycle riding illegally. Does she do anything about it? No. Right in front of me, the stupid schoolgirl's brother calls me an asshole right in front of the police officer.
Hey, George. How you doing today, George? Hey, Mr. Conrad.
Here we go for another day of the kids hovering in front of my house, bouncing the basketball, and harassing noises and racist speech, you name it.
You said, I think I'm bleeding. Look how that great guy look at that truck. And then I drove my bike down and I on the train, take that dog here, drop no lady.
When she's ready to eat, my pussy's always hungry for a big chunk of meat. So lay your little pussy right next to mine. You can bring her over 9, 10 at a time. My pussy is the hippest thing alive. That's right, we're gonna be a part of the time. You say your pussy's clever and so slick. But I can let your pussy mighty sick. Now, I wanna see your pussy. Everybody says it's nice. Can I come and visit? I'll be at your house tonight. They tell me you're soft, you're such and really smooth. I can hardly wait to feel that pussy too. You wanna play with pussy all the time. To hide that kind of pussy is fine. You say your pussy's clever and so slick. But I can let your pussy clever. I wanna bet your pussy ain't as pretty as mine. I don't have my eyes closed, like you do all the time. My pussy's just the sweetest thing that you've ever seen. Compared to mine, your pussy's really ugly and mean. I bring my pussy everywhere I go. You watch my little pussy in the show. You say your pussy's clever and so slick. But I can let your pussy really big. She turns into a tiger when she's ready to eat. My pussy's always hungry for a big chunk of meat.
on your pussy. Yeah, really.
Notice the adult, or the older person, leaves the tiny child standing alone in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, okay. Oh, he didn't move the melon, huh? Yeah, he lives here, but he better not say nothing to mine, because I'll come over that motherfucking thing. That motherfucking thing don't stop me, I'll burn that bitch down, let him fuck with mine.
Well, it sounded like to me that the neighbor just said that she would burn my house down. So here's the neighbor coming back from the store or something with her boyfriend. It looks like they're trying to cultivate discord or disharmony or making trouble. So they're actually leaving their house, going to other people's property, talking to them about what they think I'm doing to get them to come down to my house to harass me.
So you're a motherfucking pervert, huh? I see. You must don't know what they use pervert.
In the next clip, I encounter the neighbors. The children are the ones that are harassing me with the bad speech, the hate speech, the racist speech, calling me names, orbiting in front of my house. Now, what I'm doing is I'm holding this picture, you see, of a kitten. So I'm sort of baiting them into a situation of anger, but I believe the situation calls for a little foul play on my part. I have had enough of this harassment from the neighbors with no recourse. So I use the same free speech that they are allowed to harass me with. I harass them right back. So for the neighbors to allow their children to break the rules of civilization, that gives me permission to break those rules just like they do. Only they threaten me with violence, which I never do. The activity you see in the distance is where the stupid schoolgirl keeps coming and going, and the boy, the sister-brother combo who are getting really bad advice to come down here and harass me, calling me names and, hate speech and so on. So apparently there's a coup going on to try and oust me from the neighborhood by threatening to beat my ass or shoot me or burn my house down or whatever. And I believe all of these people are renters. I'm not. I own my house. So I come outside to water my tomatoes, and I'm beset with this threats of violence. So I go back inside and get my little kitten picture.
What? What you talking about? What you talking about? That's your daughter. Yeah, he hollered out the hole and told her to show him his foot. Yeah, that's what he did. I cut somebody. He thought he did it yesterday. He did it again today. Yes, he did it. He said like that hole right there. Yeah, they just 12 people out there. Yeah, he said.
So the neighbor is lying to the man to inflame his passions. I haven't called anyone any names. You see, he's telling me he's going to blow my brains out.
Play if you motherfucking want to play. Play if you want to motherfucking play. You're being lied to. I said play if you motherfucking want to play. You're being lied to. I said play if you motherfucking want to play, huh? You're being lied to. I said play if you motherfucking want to play. I'll blow your motherfucking brains. I said I'll blow your motherfucking brains out. Play if you motherfucking want to play, huh? Bring your ass out that gate. Bring your ass out that gate. Bring your ass out that gate. If I say, like I said, if I catch you saying something to my motherfucking granddaughter, bitch, I'll blow your motherfucking brains out.
I was walking right behind him. He know we up was out there. The lady across the street heard the
I'll blow your motherfucking brains out, bitch.
He said, yeah, he said.
Bring your ass down there and say some shit like that. Now I'll blow your motherfucking brains out.
He damn sure said.
Play pussy and get fucked. Yeah, be putting some tomatoes on top of your motherfucking ass. Bring your motherfucking ass out there. Bring your ass out that gate, bitch. Bring your ass out that gate. And I'll blow your motherfucker. I'll beat your ass. That ain't no goddamn threat. Call the law. Call. Like I said, bitch. Show me your pussy. I don't give a fuck. Like I said, pussy, you bring your ass out that gate, I'm gonna show you a pussy.
Show me your pussy.
Bring your ass out that gate, I'm gonna show you one.
Show me your pussy.
Bring your ass out that gate.
You hear it?
I'm gonna show you a pussy.
Show me your pussy.
I'm gonna show you a pussy, bitch. Bring your ass out that gate. Bring your ass out that gate.
Show me your pussy.
You think you motherfucking crazy, but you ain't. You think you motherfucking crazy, but you ain't crazy, motherfucker. You ain't crazy, motherfucker. I'm the crazy motherfucking one. Bring your bitch ass out that street. Bring your bitch ass out here. And I'm gonna show your ass up. Bring your motherfucking ass out there. Bring your ass out that gate.
Show me your pussy.
Like I said, bring your ass out that gate.
I want to see your pussy.
Like I said, bitch, goddamn, bring your ass out that gate. You better sit out for your motherfucking groceries, goddamn. You better sit out for your groceries. You better sit out for your motherfucking groceries.
My pussy.
Like you said, you better sit out for your groceries. Like the fuck I said, you better sit out for your groceries, goddamn. I'll catch your ass out there, kid. I'm gonna whoop your ass.
That wasn't no weapon. He cut that chain off, your doctor, your neck. He walked by there. He saw my pussy. Home with his mouth out. The girl.
I want to see your pussy.
He didn't know that we heard his pump. I know. I heard you say to somebody else. He didn't know. Yeah, he did it again today.
Bring your ass out there, kid. I bet you sit out for lunch,
motherfucker. It wasn't on me.
Show me your pussy. I'm gonna show you some pussy.
See here? Show me your pussy.
Come on out that gate, I'm gonna show it to you. Come on out that gate. Bring your ass out that gate, I'm gonna show it to you. Bring your ass out that gate. I'm gonna show you some pussy.
Show me your
Bring your ass out that gate. Bring your ass out that gate. I'm gonna show you some pussy.
See everyone? This is my pussy. Yeah, but he's trying to get
Better get your motherfucking mind frame right, motherfucker. You better get your mind frame right.
He think that shit. He's going to go and get me one day. I'm going to go in that bitch. I'm going in that bitch. Yeah, he recorded everything and put it on YouTube. No, that's why he came out there with an album. He trying to cover himself. He gonna say it was an album, but it wasn't no album. It was his mouth. And he did it again today, because that's why Kevin walked down there to tell y'all, because he did it again today. But if he say something to my daughter, I'm gonna show him. I'm gonna show him me. I'm gonna show him me. I didn't know you had been looking over there. Yeah, he made that piss me off. Little bitch girl, that pissed me off yesterday. Yeah, that was yesterday. He never a damn person. Yeah, that's what he think. He think he's slick. He gonna be on the camera when the police come, but I'll be on there with him. I'm on this side, so don't wait on this side.
From the unfriendliest city on earth, this is the Shreveport Report for August 10th, 2016. Shreveport always has been, is, and may always be the unfriendliest city on earth.